Hey, welcome back to the channel, folks. My name is 3 Chord Dave. This is 3 Chord Dave Live. Let's just move the camera a little bit. There we go. Yeah, 3 Chord Dave Live, number 139. The very last 3 Chord Dave Live ever. I'm just kidding. There'll be more, probably next week. Just wanted to freak you out a little bit. It's October, time to get scary. Or so I'm told. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me. It is Saturday night. It is 10 p.m. It is Irish time. And wherever you are in the world, my friend, Sludge. On many a recommendation, particularly of Matt von Bosch, Erdinger has made an appearance. Its first appearance on the stream. This is the Oktoberfest variant. Bavarian double maturity method. I don't know what that means. But yeah, there we go. Not advertising, not sponsored. Just telling you what's in the glass there. Because someone will ask at some point in the show. My desk is incredibly messy. I should sort that out another time. Anyways, I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about guitars and things for the next 90 minutes or so. See how things go. I'm glad to see you all in the chat there. Scott Bogfoot, of course, was first. Don't know how he does it. It just always is. Rob F was in as well, right behind him. Good to see you, Rob. Hope you are well, my friend. Glad to have you with us. And Richard Clark as well. Says Rob snuck in while I was typing. Still can't beat the man with the trench foot, though. No, it's an impossibility. So it is, Richard. But thanks so much for joining us. Rob says, I beat Scott into the chat once. You have to stay glued to your keyboard, refresh the screen continuously, and have your hello message ready to paste and hit return. Sounds like a plan. Interesting stuff. By the way, you can see it. There's a guitar there. There. And if you want to know more about it, stay tuned. Maybe about 40 minutes. I'll show you this guitar. I showed you one last week. It was pretty cool. This one might be slightly cooler. No, 3 Chord Dave specials all the way. Again, still planning to make a video about these guitars. This week just gone, and next week probably going to be incredibly busy for me, so I don't know if I'll get to them. I won't get to it this week. I definitely will try my best next week, but I can't guarantee it. So yeah, I'll do my best, but I think my video making days will return in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. See how it goes. I'm trying my best. I just literally am out the door all day long, every day at the minute, but I will try and get back to it. Anyways, let's see who else we have. DMAC is here. Great to see you, DMAC. Hope all is good with you, my friend. Always glad to have you in the chat with us. And you dropped into the chat while you were listening to Psionic also, because Rob F was also listening to Psionic. Yes, indeed. It does each week, I think. I'm watching Lyle as well. Got to his live stream late. What was up with the person who's disrupted the harmony of the chat? It sounds like something I would do, but yeah, no. I have a terrible thing where I have a few friends who do YouTube as well, and when they do live streams, I jump into their live chat and talk to them, just like, have conversations about our not private lives as such, but our just regular lives. It's just say, hey, how's it going? Did you do that thing you're supposed to do? And remember when? And then like, hey, call me later. I'm gonna talk to you about this other thing that we can't talk about on YouTube. That kind of thing. So it might be me. I destroyed a harmony of chat on some channels, but usually it's only my close friends or people who are gonna forgive me. So anyway, DMAX says, I missed that part. Not sure what happened. There we go. Victor80s was here as well, and Marsha is here nice and early as well. Says, hey guys, gonna have to watch the replay. I'm at my brother's with 4 kids. Need to say more. We'll be back home later tonight. Happy weekend all. Hit the flipping thumbs up, would you? And indeed, hit the flipping thumbs up. And Marsha, the worst thing I ever did was give you the moderator thing, because ever since you haven't been live on the stream. So I don't know what's going on with that, if it's related or not. But if you're watching on the replay, thanks for watching. And thanks for popping in to tell us what you were up to. Right, Big Ray says, no more new gear, cost money and room. Yes. This week, one of the many things that I had to do this week was arrange a new living quarters for myself. I knew I had to move out this month from this house, and the plan was to move to the countryside, which is happening. However, the place I'm moving to is smaller, and that's going to work well for the guitar collection, which is starting to get hefty again, and which has many more planned additions to it. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be fun. And also, I don't know where I'm going to film videos or have live streams from. The kitchen, the bathroom, who knows? It's going to be fun. We're going to mix it up in here. But yeah, in terms of new gear, I don't know where I'm going to put it all. It's still probably all going to arrive though, so we'll figure something out. Scott Bogwood says, anyone new here, welcome. You'll have to wait you'll have to subscribe and wait 1 minute before you can chat in the best chat on YouTube. Indeed, our number one moderator has told you so. The one thing I will say is if this is your first 3 Chord Dave live experience, please do say hello. Most of the people in here are really, really nice. So I hope you are having a good 3 Chord Dave live experience, and say hello to us, because everyone will welcome you and say all kinds of things to you. If you have any questions, do so as well. Searching for Tone is here. Great to see you, Searching for Tone. I hope you're doing well. Keep working on that channel. You're doing a great job. And says, hey, Marsh, I hope you're going to be around tomorrow. Something is on its way to you. Ooh, interesting. Scott Bogwood says, see, Dave, I was half right when I predicted that Bonamassa would do an Amos again. It happens to be too expensive. The copper iridescent Les Paul is not for me. Too similar to my 56. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the copper iridescent Les Paul. It's fine. It's just that's not my thing, not my color. It's fine. Joe Bonamassa said it was a fine instrument, so I trust him. Also, on Monday, Joe Bonamassa announced 2 big shows in County Cork next summer, where he's playing a tribute to Rory Gallagher. So we will have 2 nights of Rory Gallagher content from Joe Bonamassa, which I actually think is a great idea. I think it's going to be a very cool show. Tickets are not super expensive, like $75 or something. 75 euros. And VIP I haven't seen anywhere where VIP is available, so I don't know if they're going to do something like a meet and greet. I think it'd be really funny to meet Joe Bonamassa and be like, hey, so tell us more about those Lazaruses that didn't look so good. Lazarusi? I don't know. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to meet Joe Bonamassa next year when he comes to Ireland. That is in June or July. It's in one of those J months in the summer, so we'll see. Cork's about 2 hours away from here. Yeah, if you take it slow, so it should be good. Fun. Probably will stay down for the weekend. Or no, it's midweek. It's like a Tuesday and Wednesday or something. Anyways, Joe Bonamassa come to Ireland, play Rory songs. Can't beat it. Gonna be good. Scott Bogwood says, hats off to Epiphone for keeping Bonamassa 55 LP at the same price as Lazarus was when it came out. Not everything goes up all the time, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be said. Kudos to them. Yeah, they could have easily come out with that at $12.99 like they did with the SG last year. Or was that was $13.99, I think. So yeah, fair play to them. Joe Bonamassa made a point of saying, I wanted to keep the price back down to $8.99. I think it's pretty good. If they could keep all signature models at $8.99, that'd be flipping sweet. But we know they won't. But yeah, I like it. I like the guitar in terms of what it is, like a 55 Les Paul. That's pretty cool. But the copper iridescent thing just isn't me. But I like everything else about it. It's pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing Joe Bonamassa pretend to play one in Cork next year. DMAC agrees, decent pricing on the new Bonamassa Epi. Yeah, not too bad. It's like the 2018-2019 price. I mean, yeah, when did the Slash Epiphones come out? They came out at like $6.99 or $7.99. I can't remember now. But those were 22, I think. 20, 21, 22. 22. 21. Whenever they came out, they were $8.99, around that price point. So that was pretty good. Let me see. Scott Bogwood also says, gives me hope of even more hope of an Epiphone reissue of Amos now too. Yeah, well, look, I didn't mention that. The Gibson custom, very limited Amos reissues. I mean, it's an interesting thing. Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about Amos. I mean, I know there's some people who think it's like the most amazing flying V ever. I'm just like, it's just a flying V. It's not that big a deal for me. I'm not too excited about it, but I know people dig it and want one. So yeah, it'd be nice if they did do more reissues. I'd have no problem with them reissuing more of Bonamassa's recent, what do you call them? Signature models. I think because they made really good ones, things that they did 10 years ago. I think they've been doing them 12 years now, 13 years. So if they did like all of them again. I think that'd be pretty sweet thing for them to do. Whether you'll see another Epiphone reissue of Amos, probably not too soon. I don't think though. I will though if I go to Nam, which I'm undecided. I will be undecided until December, probably late December. But if I go to Nam, I'll try and run into Cesar. I'll do my very best and then say to him, "Why don't you do that?" We'll pitch it to him and I'll video it so you can see. Uh, Gibson are going to be at Nam, but they have apparently booked a quite small booth compared to Fender, who booked basically a floor. Gibson have booked like a booth, not a big section. So we'll see how it goes. William Forrest is here. Great to see you, William. Glad to have you there. And so is Grandpa Joe. Love to see you in the chat, Grandpa Joe. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Let me see. Who else have we got here? Ryan Byrne says, what's happening? It's all happening, Ryan. It's all happening. Bottomos is coming to Ireland. I'm going to try and meet him. It's crazy. And it'll be that time when next year I'll be like, hey, so Joe, what's your next Epiphone coming out? He'll know at that point. So maybe I can get a scoop off him. Well, you never know. Maybe I'll also be banned from the concert. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But if I turn up and get in the door, I'll be happy. Glenn Bailey is here. Says, hello, family. Hope all is well. Hope you are doing well, Glenn Bailey. Thank you so much for all that you're doing for the guitar community. I see you out there promoting channels and helping them get likes and stuff. Good man, you're doing great. And thanks so much for doing so. Cresta Bear 69 says, hi from sunny Janea. All right. Have a nice time there. I'm jealous of your sunniness. So let me see. All the comments just dropped in on top of me. Let me get back. Crested Bear. There we go. Yeah, great to see you, Crested Bear. Thanks so much for dropping in. Wayne McConnell is here. Great to see you, Wayne. Greetings, fellow aliens. It says, indeed. Who knows where half of these people come from? All I know is that this is the world's biggest Steel Panther fan club. So if you're not part of it, you just don't get it. Just kidding. It's the second biggest. Scott says, Ryan, life is a messy whirlwind right now. Yeah. There you go. Cresta Bear 69 says, much tempted by the Jobo P90 Les Paul. I mean, if it's it's a 55 Les Paul, which is pretty cool. If you dig that color, that finish, pretty sweet. Eric Ludinger's here. Great to see you, Eric. Hope all is good with you, my friend. Thank you so much for dropping in. Ben Hallmark's here as well. Great to see you, Ben. Says, I hope you're all doing well. Doing all right, Ben. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you were doing well. Number one's here says, hi, people. I presume all non-people, you're also saying it. We don't want to miscategorize people as people. You know what I'm saying? The world's gone fucking mad. But anyway, I probably shouldn't have said the F word on YouTube. Anyways, number one, good to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. It's all sweet. I see Eric Ludiger says, hey, number one. I love it. It's great. Number one, when you're out and about in the real world and people don't call you number one, do you get a little bit pissed off now? Are you like, hey, you're supposed to call me number one? Just wondering. I would. Every time in public people don't call me 3-Chord Dave, I get a bit pissed off. And I even wear my name on my t-shirt, goddammit. So they should. That'd be funny. I have been referred to in public as 3-Chord Dave a few times. It's always fun. Eric Ludinger says, hey, 3-Chord Dave. Hey, Eric. Good to see you, man. And Buglips is here and says, hi, everybody. Good to see you, Buglips. Hope all's good with you, my friend. You're taking care of stuff and making sure Bugfoot doesn't take over the world. I like it. Michael Blaney says, hey, everyone. Good to see you, Michael. Hope all's good with you, my friend. And Todd Moore is here. Great to see you, Todd. Says, greetings all. Hello, Dave. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope you're doing well, Todd. Glad to have you in the chat with us each week. Great to see you bouncing back from your issues you had earlier this year. So glad to have you with us and glad to see you each week. Thanks, man. Richard Clark says, hey, everyone. I simply can't tag everyone anymore. The community is just taking off. Yeah, it's doing all right. It's not too bad. And what's great is there's a lot of you guys visiting other guitar channels as well. The likes of Searching for Tone, Steve Cassidy, Guitar, The Lamb, Budget Guitar Show, Guitar East says, I see yous all there. John Robson, of course. Of course, I just I haven't been able to watch any of the live streams this week because there's been, if I haven't been busy, I've been asleep. That's the truth. I was surprised I made this one, to be honest. It was touch and go for a minute, but here I is. Buglip says, Erdinger, good. Erdinger, not bad. I've never really drank it that much. I think a few times. I get scared off by the Weissbrau or whatever it is because it usually isn't good with me. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. Um, Let me see. We got lots of people saying hello. Please be kind and smash the thumbs up button. Says, not Todd, the other guy, Glenn. And I agree with him. Thanks so much. Buglip says, I'm full of pizza and wine. There's a better than 50% chance I might fall asleep. That's okay. Me too. Not pizza, but chicken. I do like the old chicken. Is that what I ate? Yeah, it is. Well, I remember. Uh, Al Adolfson is here. Great to see you, Al. Hope you were doing well, my friend. Always great to have you in the chat with us. Yeah, great stuff, man. Did you sell the Silver Sky after or keep it? What happened? Um, Fill us in on what was going on there. Buglip says the wine had a cork in it. That's how you know it's the good stuff. What? Why was there a cork in the box? That's weird. Wine comes in boxes, right? Robert's here. Great to see you. Robert says, good morning, Dave, everyone. Everywhere in the world. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Robert. I hope your Sunday morning down there in Australia is going well. Which reminds me, I got to reach out to my pal over in Melbourne tomorrow, my time, but today your time. Anyways, I'll do that. I'll probably remember. Or maybe not. Glenn Bailey says you have a better chance of scoring tickets to Oasis or Swift than beating Scott to the chat. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that is true. I'm pretty sure he's cheating somehow. He's written a code or he's got some sort of alert set up to do it automatically. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely he's cheating somehow. We'll figure it out. Don't forget, if you want to check out this guitar right here, this one, find out a little bit more about what I've done. It's crazy, but you can check it out in about 40 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, somewhere towards the middle of the show. I will show you the guitar. Much like last week's show, it's a twist on a classic, a 3-chord Dave twist on a classic. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I forgot. I was going to do a super chat goal to show you the guitar, and I didn't. So fuck it. I'll just show it to you in about 20 minutes. Anyways, let's get some likes up anyway. Let's do a 50 like target. We've got 40 people viewing. There's 29 likes on the show already. If we got 50 likes today, then we'll do something cool at the end of the show that I am making up off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to be. 50 likes. You got to hit me. Got to get 50 likes. Right. Let me see. We have now got the sent one is in as well. Great to see you, sir. Hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining. It just reminds me, actually, emails. Guys, if I'm having trouble with the email address, it's listed in the bottom of all the videos and the description of this video as well, I think. So if you have sent me an email over the last month or so and I haven't responded to you, it's because I'm having trouble with the email address. I'm getting the emails, but very slowly, and it's playing havoc with things like sponsorship offers and things like that. But don't worry at all. I will get to them and I will respond to you at some point. It's not like I will go in, I will refresh. It says refresh just now, no new emails. And then the next day there'll be 40 and so forth. And people I've emailed for years are going into spam, and it's just a mess. I don't know why I have an AOL email address, by the way, but I do. I don't know. It's just, I got to stop. I got to get rid of it somehow. But it's already out there with certain sponsors and stuff, so I kind of got to keep it. Anyways, we're going to roll on and see how we're doing things. Glenn says, Fender released a new bass yesterday and are teasing new lines. I mean, colors. Yeah, they're doing a thing. I think Andertons are doing a big release for them next week. Basses and colors. Yeah, I mean, I think they're doing a new Meteora and a new Meteora bass as well, if you're interested in that sort of thing. They've got a very new groundbreaking guitar called the Stratomacaster, and that's its brother, also groundbreaking, called a Telecaster. Those are coming out as well. You'll see them next week. from the Fenders. Not exciting, to be honest with you. But there you go. Rob F says, hello, Dave. Thank you for spending time with us this evening. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate your appreciation. That is very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Michael Blaney says, I dislike moving. Yeah, me too. It's just, there's nothing to be done in this case. It was like, you got to move out of the house because we want to do something with it. So the landlord is selling the house. He wanted me to buy it, and I don't want to buy it. I hope he doesn't watch the show because I would not pay the kind of money he's looking for this house. It is not worth it. So anyway, it was like a lot of Irish real estate at the minute. But yeah, I would definitely say no if he wants me to buy it. Anyways, I shouldn't say anymore until I've actually moved and blocked him. Al says, I took you guys' advice and pulled the trigger on the Heritage H150. Should get it on Monday. Nice, Al. That's going to be a nice guitar for you. Make sure you let us know all about it when it does arrive, and hopefully you'll do one of your unboxings that I've seen in the past. That would be super cool, sir. Yeah, Heritage guitars are pretty cool. I must get my hands on one, and if you really like it, I'm drawing up a list of guitars for possibly the end of the year. If you like yours, let me know. I may add it to the list. Al says, and of course, the day after pulling the trigger, get some oral surgery and implants. Sucks. Yes, sir, that is indeed something that sucks. Hope you're feeling all right after that, though. Definitely not sweet at all. The Send One says, new guitar day for me. White blonde, looks pink, FSR, classic vibe, Telecaster. Got around to trading the Skeptor Telecaster with the pointy headstock. Had to go. This telly is a beauty. Sounds awesome, sir. Sounds awesome. White blonde, looks pink, FSR. I gotta look that up, sir. Or of course, you can head to the Facebook group, the 3 Chord Dave Facebook group. Send a picture in there. That's the most reliable way right now to get it to me. If you want to share, not just to me, but to the entire group. Everyone's free to join there, and it's free and it's cool. So you should do it. D-Max says, saw the concert announcement, 1974 Rory set list. Right. I'm not actually sure. I didn't look at the actual official announcement stuff. I just saw, oh, Joe's coming to not to Dublin, to Cork. And it's great when acts don't just go to Dublin. Dublin's fine. The rest of the country is better. So I like that he's going to Cork for this show. It's as equally a pain in the arse to get to for me, but still, it'll be fine. I'll get there. Just hang outside the marquee that they put up for this thing. Now, I've never been to a gig in Cork, so it'll be fun. Nella says, my Gretsch Streamliner Rally 2 is the same colour as the new Bonamassa P90. It's a cool colour. I'm glad you like it, sir, and I'm glad that they may be reviving the colour. Who knows? But those are there you go. I'm just not a super big fan of it myself. Maybe I need to see it in person. I think probably in person it will look a lot better than it did in the video. Ryan says something. Where'd it go? Bring it back, YouTube, you jerk. There we go. Ryan says, you know the dates on those Cork dates, Dave? I'll find them for you. Let me see. I think it's the 1st and 2nd or something. Yeah, 1st and 2nd, I think. Joe Bonamassa, where are you? That's not Joe Bonamassa. There we go. 1st and 2nd of July 2025. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll be a good show. I haven't bought tickets yet. I don't envisage them selling out very soon, but who knows. Either way, I got some contacts. I'll get in. What else? There we go. The Sentinel says, I'd be tempted by the new Epi P90 if it wasn't a Joe Bonnie. Give me a blank case and it would be a goer. I mean, you can actually sell the case. People will buy those cases, and then you can just buy like a Gator case for like half the money you get for it. And there you go. Because I don't think the guitar has any Joe Bonamassa stuff on it, or like you swap out a truss rod cover quite simply. So yeah, I mean, hey, if that's all holding you back, buy it, sell the case, and buy a Gator case, because they're very cool. I like the Gator cases a lot. I think they're better than the Epiphone cases, just personally, because they come with like, the pink interior, but it also has the satin slip thing that goes over the guitar. Is very kind of sexy. I like it. So those are cool. You can check them out, and they're not expensive. They're like €100 or something. Um, Anyways, Scott says just enough to sell, just big enough to sell Gibson t-shirts and mugs at NAM. That is what I thought initially. There is, I think you can just go on the NAM website, it's nam.org. Um, and from there, you can go to a map of all the exhibitors that have it all planned out and everything. And you can see that PRS and Gibson actually have booths booked, but they're quite small. Compared to check out what Fender has, which is I think the second or maybe the third floor of the convention center, maybe the second. Oh, no, I can't remember. It's on my head. But they're going to be there. That's a big step forward. They weren't there the last few years, so it does make me want to go. But if I can go, I will. If I can't, I guess I won't. So we'll find out. Yeah, if they're just selling T-shirts, who would be surprised? Not me. Robbie F says, I received a shipping notice for my Zilla Custom 19-inch rack. It matches my two 2x12s Tolex grill and cloth on the door. In 36 hours, it has made it from Tintagel to Ridgemont GB. Cool. I don't know where those places are, but sounds impressive. Sounds cool. Sounds like a very nice amplification device. So let us know how it goes when you do get it. We got Steve Cassidy guitar. Great to see you, sir, in the chat. Great to see Steve Cassidy guitar all the time, so let's be fair. But also, it is great to watch your live streams. If you haven't watched Steve Cassidy guitar's live streams, go and do that because he's a fun dude. And he makes YouTube videos a lot more than I do. So good stuff. Michael Blaney says, I hope Mr. Play Authentic isn't there. You know what? I think we got to lay off the Play Authentic thing. No, I can't do it. I'm just kidding. Just got to keep ramping it up. Every time he thinks it's over, just bring it back. No, it's I'm sure he will be there. Mr. Mr. Agnesi and Mr. Cesar and Mr. Other guys will be there trying to take over the show from their small little booth. Trying to hand out cease and desist letters to everybody and trying to shut all the other guitar businesses down. That's what they do. That's what they're best at. So we will see if they do it. The one thing is for sure, if I go to NAMM, I'll probably get kicked out of Gibson's booth at least. And the other thing is, this is exciting news, by the way. It was announced just the other day. Aer Lingus, National Airline of Ireland, are going to start in April of next year, flying direct to Nashville, Tennessee, the home of Gibson. So maybe next April, 3-Chord Dave's going to pay Gibson a little visit. I mean, maybe not, probably not. I've been saying I'm going to go to the Gibson garage in London for months now, and I haven't, so don't worry about it, Gibson. I'll get there eventually. But it would be pretty fun just to go to the Gibson, Gibson garage in Nashville, and fly back to Dublin, then head over to London and go to the Gibson garage in London and compare the two of them. I don't have the energy to do it, so someone else will have to do it, but whatever. Graham Campbell says, greetings from across the Irish Sea in Scotland. Thank you, sir. And your fellow Scotsman, Steve Cassidy Guitar, is the next comment saying hello to DMAC. Great stuff. Thanks for joining us, sir. Vincent Doyle says, Bonamassa was in some neck guitars. He bought a clon pedal. Must have cost him thousands. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. I think it was Vincent. Yeah, great stuff, man. Glad to have you in the chat with us, by the way. Yeah, everyone seems to go to some neck guitars now. I've never been. But I'm sure I would get the same treatment as Slash and Joe Bonamassa and all those famous guitar people guys who pop into that store. It looks like a very cool store. But yeah, I've never been. I spent very little time in Dublin, which is why. Maybe next time I go. Who knows? I have no idea when that will be. And usually it's straight to the airport or to the gig, so we'll see. Number one says, people don't speak to me in the real world. My skull has finally worked. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, I do the same thing. Although occasionally people will stop and ask me about the beard. It's becoming a hindrance. It's like, oh, that's a beard. I know, I grew it myself. And it's like, how long did it take you to grow that? And you got to go into the conversation and pretend you're nice and stuff. It's weird. It's very weird. But yeah, I get you, man. I'm the same. I'm the same. How do I do this thing that does? I know there's a thing I can do. I'm trying to make things happen on the screen, but it's not working. Anyways, Rob F says beautiful wife is excited about the new rack. I will not be drawn into saying naughty comments about that. It's on casters, so I can clean behind and finally clean behind under my stack of cabs. I'm excited as finally my bottom 2x12 will be off the floor. Dang it. There we go. Sounds cool, man. Sounds very cool. Always good to have a nice rack. There we go. I said it. I said it. Buglips says, helping Bogfoot take over the world. Helping. Oh, man. Buglips and Bogfoot take over the world. I think there's a movie in that. It would be a very, very interesting time. I would like to make that movie. Hit me up. We can raise funds here on this live stream. Benny Larson's here. Great to see you. Benny, hope all's good with you and your part of the world, sir. Great to have you with us. As always, Buglip says, as best I can with 500 milliliters of 13% wine in my veins. All right. I mean, that's, I guess that's a lot of wine. I don't know. I don't drink wine, so I don't know if that's a lot of wine or like a little bit of wine. It's less than a pint. So do they serve pints of wine? How many pints of wine is too many? I don't know. I was offered wine at a wedding once, and the people got kind of upset that I didn't want the wine because I was drinking Carlsberg. They were like, "You're drinking beer? But the wine." I was like, "I don't want wine. It's fine, thanks." Anyways, enough of my personal trauma. Scott Bogwood does have a link there to the Facebook group, Good Man Scott. And if you want to join the group, it's free and it's awesome. So if you want to be free and awesome, well, maybe you don't want to be free, but you know. Anyway, Richard Clark says, I just shipped a pedal to North Pole, Alaska. Crazy. Wow, man. That's a place I have never been to. So hopefully it gets there safe and sound. Pretty cold, I'm sure. Sergio McTone says, Robbie F, you'll have to show her the end of my video on the amp rack for a good laugh. There you go. It's always worth a good laugh. Glenn Bailey said, did someone say pizza? Maybe. I don't know. It's a conspiracy. Number one says, Rob, I wasn't sure when that was going after that first sentence. See, it wasn't just me who thought it. So there we go. It's all good. Let me see. Santa's going to clone it and get his elf slaves to mass produce them. And we're talking about the rack, or Scott, you've just, I mean, which one are we talking about? The wine? I don't know, but whatever happens, it's all good. Santa's going to do it, so it's fine. Upstairs to the right music says, evening Dave and all. Evening Mike, hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're feeling a little bit better. And maybe we'll get a live stream tomorrow night. As I said, I always try to pop into your live stream. And lately I've been super busy, and even though it's late at night, I'm still super busy. So do try to pop in, and if you're live, I will definitely pop in tomorrow. And if you don't, guys, if you don't watch Upstairs to the Right Music's live streams, you should go over, support his channel. He's doing great stuff, and I enjoy his channel, so you should too. So there we go. My bottom is never off the floor anymore, says Richard. Richard Clark, that is. Well, there you go. It's fine. Glenn Bailey says, pizza is good for any meal in my mind. Yeah. I mean, pizza's good. Pizza's good. Ryan Burns says 500 ml. Is that the children's size? Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know. Like, is it a lot of wine? How much wine is... Anyways, I don't know. Buglips says, Glenn Bailey, it was a pepperoni and cheese because I'm not high enough for social class for deluxe. Okay, well, there you go. It's fine. None of us are. So we're just hanging out. Ben says, I think Dave fell asleep. Pretty sure I didn't, Ben, but thanks for looking out for me. I'm all right. Like, hopefully you're seeing everything and it's not just frozen for you. Let me see. I just want to answer the next question correctly. When do the things go back? There we go, the 27th. That's a UK website. I presume it's the same. It more than likely is. There we go. Wrong thing. Wrong website. There we go. Okay. Correct website. Now we can do it. Or correct app, I should say. Just realized something. That's a bit disappointing. But hey. Al says, Dave, are Ireland going through a time change shortly? Yes, on the October the 27th, which is what I just looked up. October the 27th, the clocks will go back. So in the UK and Ireland, the clocks go forward 1 hour at 1 a.m. So the next week, 3-Chord Dave live will be an hour later starting. Right? Or is it? Yeah, that's right. So it'll be an hour later. But that's on the 27th. So I don't know. We might skip that week just to clear things up. And then you guys should catch up with us here the week after. I think this is how it usually works. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Larry the Fox says, hey y'all. Great to see you, Larry. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Always glad to see you in the chat. Makes me think of Thin Lizzy, obviously. Let's see. Make sure we get some chat here. Scott Bogman says, I tell you, I'm training for eBay auction snipering. There you go. I mean, hey, you got to do something. Graham Bailey says, Rico Dave, if I hear the F word one more time, it's a timeout for you. Which F word? Flip? Which tell me which F word. I say a lot of them. But yeah, give me a timeout. It'll be fine. I could use a break sometimes during the show. So Richard Clark says, F Esley. Is Fesley still a thing? Is still making guitars? I never looked at him. Scott Bogman says AOL, and there's lots of laughing emojis. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I don't know. I got trapped with AOL years ago because I had an email address that was used for a business, and I left the business, but I would still get emails business related because I was freelance then to that email address, and it was terrible. And people would ask me for my email, and as soon as I gave it to them, they would be like, AOL? This was 10 years ago. They're like, you're using AOL still? I was like, yeah, I think I'm the only person still using AOL. So AOL, you are welcome. Because also I never call customer support, so they're probably just like 25 people waiting for me to call at some point. And I never do, because I'm able to understand technical stuff, I guess, kind of. I used to work for technical companies. Anyways, that's enough of that boring crap. Searching for Tone says, Rob, had to try and make an amp stand video interesting, so there's a lot of fancy work. Fancy work is not something I do, so well able to do it. I've worked professionally in the film business for a while, but I just have no love for it. My brother does, but he got sick of putting hours and hours and hours and days and weeks into his YouTube videos and not getting anywhere with it. So we tried, but he gave up on it then. But he made some great videos. Michael Blaney says, I hate standing in a corner for timeouts. You should, surely, Michael, you were beyond the age of that happening. But if not, that's fine. As we all have different roles in life. It's all good. Buglip says, sit and become ungovernable. There you go. I like it. Sod. Oh, drippy glass. All right. Al says, I tried a Silver Sky at my local shop. Can't say I loved it. And when I tried the NF3 SE, it was more resonant. There we go. Scott Bogman says, the naughty corner. I don't think we should call it that on this channel. It would lead into too many innuendos and stuff. I don't want it to. I just don't want to go there. Let's just not go there. Yeah, I definitely know Glenn Bailey better than that. Glenn Bailey says, check out Searching for Tone, and there's the YouTube link right there. Good stuff, Glenn. Richard says, I had to stand in the road for time. That's maybe more controversial approach these days. I don't know. Buglips, that's what all the kids do, says Michael. There you go. And Buglip says, Richard Clark, only if you wear a drag race bikini. All right, this is getting weird. Richard says, I wasn't scared because my parents gave me a blindfold. All right, well, I'm going to just move past all the therapy requiring comments. So, what was it they put at the end of the TV shows? If you've been affected by any of the issues brought up in today's show, please contact someone who cares about you or something. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Graham Campbell says, I rent my house. It worked out. Almost paid off what the landlord bought it for. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. The good thing is, if things go wrong, they have to fix it. But the bad thing is, you got nothing for your money, other than you're not homeless. I guess I'm in the same boat, so I feel you. Let me see. Number one says, housing in my area has jumped to around $160 a square foot. I'll be sitting it out for a while. I have no idea price per square foot, but I would say it's high in my area, I think. And getting higher. So eventually I'll just buy a van, live in that, be sweet. There's lots of YouTube channels based on, oh, I live in a van. So it's a really cool way of saying you're homeless, but that's awesome. Good for you. Glenn Bailey says, and you can't go wrong with Scott Bogfoot. I hear if you play one of his videos backwards, it gives the secrets of being first in the chat. And there's the like, I mean, you know what? I'm going to say this for the first time ever. If you watch all of Scott Bogfoot's covers on his YouTube channel, you become a better guitar player. It's an unspoken rule, unspoken fact of YouTube. Watch all of Scott's videos where he covers songs. You will become a better guitar player. You can thank him and me later. Michael Blaney says, Richard Clark, I think it more of a punishment for the drivers. There we go. It's going to be. You guys are pushing the edge of the limits. My therapist, I don't have a therapist, but if I had a therapist, they would be traumatized by what I tell them about this comment section. Buglip says, I have a square foot. Maybe it's time to sell. You should. $160, man. Larry DeFox says, I'll be receiving the new Epiphone Joe Bonamassa 1955 Les Paul Standard P90s on Wednesday. Good stuff, sir. I hope you enjoy it very much. I will say this. P90s are the best pickups, and Joe Bonamassa said that himself in a roundabout way on the announcement video with what's the guy's name? Rajesh, is it? No, Dinesh. Dinesh, and I thought it was a good video. Announcing two guitars at once. Very interesting, very innovative of Gibson, because I mean that's what they do these days. They innovate. Descent One says, thanks Dave. I had joined what must have been the old Facebook page. I just sent a request for the Facebook page. We'll send a picture of La Telly over. Sweet man. Yeah, we had an old Facebook page and it stopped working properly, and then Muddy H2O, being the gentle person he is, decided to make a new one. I think it's called Three Chord Dave and Friends, and he will be accepting or denying all membership requests. I might do it too, but we'll see what happens. The Lamb is here. Good evening, he says, and good evening to you, The Lamb. Ingenious live streams by The Lamb. The only person I know who does the kind of live streams he does. Go and check out his channel and like and subscribe, please, sirs, and everybody. You'll be singing along, I guarantee it. In fact, every time I hear The Walk of Life, since, was it last week? I think of The Lamb singing it. So there you go. It's just check out his videos, his live streams. You will enjoy it. Vincent says, gigs at the Marquee Cork are brilliant, great atmosphere, but is literally a circus tent with beer and a stage. Works for me. That's how I used to. Do you remember Oxygen? That's where I used to go for Oxygen, the tents and the beer. So it's all good. Until like the headliners came on and stuff like that. But yeah, it was good times back in my 20s. Ryan Byrne says, I'm in Dublin June 28th. Cool, man. That's awesome. Closer to the time, let me know, and maybe we can get a juice or something together. Who knows? See what's going on. I should be around in June. I think so. So let me know. Yeah, definitely remind me when you're closer to heading off to Ireland, if you have time, that is. Number one says, Larry Fox, personally, I dig that finish. Congrats. That's cool, man. Yeah, listen, lots of people will dig it. It's pretty sweet. I think it'll be nice in person. I don't particularly like the pictures I've seen of it, but I'm sure it'll be lovely in person. And hey, we all have different tastes anyway. So if you like it, that's all that matters. I think that's the coolest thing about guitars and stuff today. We didn't always have great choices like we do today. Matt Van Bosch is here. Great to see you. Matt says, hi, all. I'm witnessing a semi-decent covers band in the local. Can't beat live music. Indeed, Matt. If they're semi-decent, that's awesome. Glad you're enjoying live music. It is better than everything else. Let me see. Certain Jones says, I'm going to miss Monday picking up a new dog. Oh, sweet. I'm jealous. I'm not allowed to have a dog. So, wish I could. I had 3 growing up until maybe in my mid-20s. Maybe it was in my 30s. I don't know. But yeah, I miss having a dog. They're cool. Glenn Bailey says, I'm okay with Gibson just selling mugs and teas at Nam as long as they're authentic. Yeah, that's the thing, I suppose. Being authentic. Hmm. Oh, actually, that's an interesting thing going on right there. Anyways, let me see something here. Rob F. Damn it, I get caught up by YouTube all the time. Had a frustrating practice this morning. I'm away from home for the weekend. Brought my Les Paul and practice amp, but I left my strap at home. I had to play sitting down. Boy, was that difficult. It's just a matter of getting used to it, man. Yeah, listen, next time you sit down, it'll feel a little bit more comfortable and so forth. So definitely keep at it and maybe mix it up sometimes, because if that happens, it's all good. I this week, actually, and last week, had misplaced this little thing here, my Mustang Micro. These are great, by the way. This is the original version, the Gen 1 version. They have a new fancier version now. I don't think you need it. This is fine. And you can play some pretty cool stuff. Get yourself some good headphones and just jam out and enjoy yourself if you're traveling and stuff. It's very cool. I enjoy using it. I think it's one of the best things that Fender have done in years, and they've done some great things. So there we go. I did say I would talk about that guitar. Maybe I'll wait until 11 to show you the guitar. So if you're hanging around for the guitar, sorry to tease you, but it's this one right here. I promise you, you will like it. If you're on my Instagram, you'll have seen it already. But if you're not, you'll see it here. Let me see what you think of it. Let me know what you think of it. I think you're going to like it. And I'm going to promise you, I'm going to make a video about the 2 guitars, the one you saw last week and this week's one. And if you're very good, or you weren't here last week, I might show you last week's one as well. Bug Lips has subbed to the Lamb. Good. You'll enjoy the Lamb's channel, I guarantee it. Searching for Tones, it's a sign that Gibson wants to fly you out there. Oh man, I wish. No, I think they have little pictures of me on the dartboard in the Gibson factory. I'm pretty sure, and they just throw darts at it as they go past. I haven't made friends with Gibson. I've kind of done the opposite by leaking all their information for like 3 years. Yeah, sorry about that, Gibson. If it's any consolation, I'm kind of out of the loop now, so I haven't been able to do it for a long time this year. But if I'm trying to get back in, we'll see when I'm not so busy with setting up the business and stuff. So that was Searching for Talent. Lamb says, thank you, Bug Lips. I'm much appreciated. Indeed. Everyone follow Bug Lips' example, which is something I never thought I would say. But there you go. Cushman NYC is here, says, hey, Dave. Hey, Cushman, great to see you, man. Hope you are doing well and rolling in the rock, as they say. Baslancha, sir, good to see you. All right, sweet. 9 minutes, okay. Until I show you that guitar. Doug says, Delam, you've got a great voice for it. Easy to listen to. I agree. The vibe over there on the live streams is great. Almost as good as Steve Cassidy guitar. Almost. Glenn says, Rob F, I hear you played 3 hours with a bass player the other day and had a hard time playing bar chords sitting down. I have a hard time playing a bar chord sitting down. But there you go. I mean, just practice. You'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Michael Blaney says, so a Telecaster or a Gibson of some type. Is that a guess for the guitar it is? It's a 3-chord Dave special. Richard Clark says, asking me see if you can get a ride on a guitar sky hook thing. On the guitar sky hook thing. I don't know. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. I don't know what's going on. It's deciding to give out on me. That is unfortunate. But anyway, let me see. Because I still have like 40 minutes to go on this show. Guys, ask a quick question for you. Two questions. Is my face very red? What's going on? It's not red in real life. Two questions for you. Uh, when you're watching this stream, is there a link to t-shirts underneath the video screen? And does the background of that look weird to you today? If you can tell me. I think it might be. Anyway, let me know if you can see a link to the t-shirts on the live streams. Not on the replay. It should be there in the replay. I just want to know if it's on the live streams as well. There are 3 Chord Dave t-shirts available, by the way, if you want them. I don't think anyone's bought one in about 6 months, so I don't want to push them too much. But I just want to know if they are showing up. That'd be cool. Number 1 says, conversations are the worst. I work on a 5-floor hospital and have to ride elevators many times a day. People just can't shut the flip up on an elevator ride. I know, right? They're always asking things like, how long's your beard? How long have you been growing your beard? I wish I could grow a beard like that. I think I'm going to grow a beard like that. As soon as someone says that, I tell them not to. Why? Because it's my domain, having a long ass beard, okay? Not anyone else's. Somebody did say that, actually, to me recently. Don't do it. Ryan Burns says, I just bring a ladder and say you're there to do maintenance on it. Nice. That's good thinking. Richard Clark says, and then ask if it goes any faster. Yeah, just say, oh, I'm here to repair it. This might not go well. Or you could just wait for the next elevator. There you go. I like it. Number 1 says, Ryan Byrne, you can get anywhere if you're carrying a ladder. It's mostly true, actually. Most people will be like, oh, he looks official. Let's do it. Glenn Bailey says, that's a yellow card for you, Dave. The F word is flying tonight. This is my show, sir. I can't get a yellow card. I make the rules and I bend them to my own satisfaction. So there you go. Anyways, wine is for the Italians and French, says Michael Blaney. Yeah, that's my thoughts. I mean, the Irish have beer and whiskey. So I'm grand with that. That works for me. Rob says, searching for tone. A few of us usually watch Lyle Caldwell's Psionic Audio live stream, which is usually every other Saturday for the 3 hours just before they. Man, that dude does 3 hours. That's some work, man. A 3-hour show is a lot of work. Give that dude a medal. Like a 2-hour show was a hard work for me. So fair play to him for doing it, I gotta say. Buglip says, Michael Blaney, I've had Italian and French girlfriends, so I have an in. You currently have Italian and French girlfriends, or is it just one or the other? Let us know in the comment section. Did I get you in trouble? Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've gotten in trouble many a times for things I've said on this live stream. So, yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Anyways, Ryan Barnes says, yeah, Eric, just tell the secretary you're there to fix the AC. Women are always too hot or cold. I can't comment on that. I will get in trouble again. See, this is one of those things I will get in trouble for. Searching for Jones says, nice, just came across Guitar Stuff Studio through my community post asking you all what you're watching. I'll have to check out Lyle. It says searching for tone. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, the folks here will give you good channels to watch. There's so much good content on YouTube. Just people even starting out on their journeys. It's definitely worth checking them out. A lot of people with some good stuff out there. And, it's always nice to help people getting started as well. Because it ain't an easy road, this YouTube thing, for most of us. Some people fly, but some people just, push that rock uphill all day. Rob F says, does that mean if Dave gets another yellow card, he has to shut down the live stream? It'd be fine. I'll just ignore Glenn's yellow cards. Don't worry about it. Buglips says, one was half French and half Greek, so she was a freak. All right, well, that's fine. Half French, half Greek. That's quite a mix. Ryan says 500 ml of 13% wine is about the same as 3 bottles of beer. So you had breakfast, is what you. That's what we call breakfast around these parts. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, my accent is terrible. All right, Glenn Bailey said, Ralph, no, we won't shut down the stream. We'll just make him listen to Bryan Adams music. Why did this on Bryan Adams? I want to let you know that I happen to be one of the world's biggest Bryan Adams fans. I'm not really. I'm sorry I said that. Don't don't throw that back in my face. Al says clocks change for us in November. Yeah, yeah. It's weird. It's weird that it's not all done at the same time. I know it's a major pain in the ass, but it's fine. So we got 3 weeks before it happens, so it's all good. Scott Bogwood says last time I drank wine was in '99 at a house party where the homeowner's private wine collection was drank and or smashed on the road in front of the house. About 400 bottles, dude. I thought the house party I went to where the dude's Mercedes was smashed up was bad, but I didn't do that, by the way. It was someone else. Let me see. We have somebody talking about stuff. 400 bottles. There we go. Wine coolers were good at one time, says Michael Blaney. I'm sure. I'm sure. I've never been a whiny person. Gibson would argue with that statement. I brought an Italian sherry recently that tasted like prunes and garlic. Bug Lips, you chose wrongly then, I presume. And Ryan Bird says wine coolers weren't bad. Then lemonade and cider took over. Drinking large amounts of cider is pretty rough, though. Half of Ireland drinks cider all the time, exclusively. So yeah, it is interesting. The supermarket I go to buy the beer most of the time, their alcohol section, their off license section, is getting more and more taken over with like a rainbow of colors. Like everything is a buzz bomb or a cocktail mix or a whatever. It's like whatever happened to just depressing alcohol? Why does it have to be? There's Hard Rock cans in there, Hard Rock margaritas or something. I don't know. Someday, I will buy one on the very last Three Go Dave Live. I will drink some of them. That crap. No, maybe not. Anyways, Glenn Bailey says when we were teens, we would steal or get someone to buy us Mad Dog 2020 wine. It was a bottle of $1.50 wine. And the worst tasting shit you could imagine. But man, did it mess you up. And Michael Blaney says it's still $1.50 a bottle. Is Mad Dog still $1.50 a bottle? Ah, yes, the old MD 2020. A bite of the Mad Dog, says Todd Moore. Booklip says I want to upend a bottle of Night Train to see if I go blind. Yes, Night Train is what I was thinking as soon as those comments started coming in. Because that's exactly what that's about. That song is about cheap ass bottles of wine. Al says in my younger days we drank Ripple wine, $1. Well, if Ripple could be $1, it's a cryptocurrency reference, but that'll be sweet. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. We used to. I'm not even going to get into it. We used to. There was a way you could get free drinks, but it was it was bad. Rob says fine scotch before a good wine with the food and cognac with my coffee is the definition of an awesome dinner. Sounds good, Rob. Sounds good. That's what works for you. That's what works. It's all good. That was over 45 years ago. I think they took it off the market, says Glenn. I don't know. It sounds $1.50. Next time I go to America, I'm gonna, which may be at Nam, or it may not be. I will look for it and see if I can get it in Target or Walmart or wherever. Cushman says I drank that stuff once. It got pretty toasted, and Al says maybe that's why I'm a little brain dead. I don't know, man. No, don't. I'm sure it's not. Boone's Farm was also a regular here, says Todd. I love the nostalgia dive on terrible alcohols. Ryan Burns says, "Lol, I remember that stuff. We used to get Maximum Ice. It was 1.3 litre bottles of 9% beer for $3 Canadian. We go camping and only bring cases of that to drink, not even water." Wow. Searching for tone. Living in a van, free spirit. It's all relative. Sort of the same as one more guitar / divorce. I mean, yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. If you're comfortable with it, you're comfortable with it. So yeah, I did used to always have the dream of having a camper van and just traveling around. It was a dream at one point to travel around the States, and then there was other things I wanted to do, other places to travel, but I don't know now, man. I see people doing it now, going around on YouTube, their videos going around places in Ireland and everything, which is great to see. Some places I didn't know about existed and stuff, so that's cool. You get to see cool beaches on the other side of the country and stuff like that. So anyways, that's all. There's it's a different vibe. It's a different life, and if you can make money doing it by doing YouTube, that's pretty sweet for sure. Let me see. Glenn Bailey says, Cushman, NYC, a mad dog night was a rock bottom. That stuff tasted awful, but yeah, you got messed up. Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anyone watches all my videos, YouTube should give them a plaque, says Scott Bogfoot. Not at all, sir. I mean, yeah, I mean, everyone should get a plaque on YouTube anyway. Todd says the MD actually stands for Mogan David, by the way. All right, sweet. Didn't ask me to use my name, but they did. I remember Boone's Farm too, says Glenn. There we go. And Rob F says, you are a machine, my friend. I gave up trying to watch all your videos a while ago. That's for Scott Bugfoot, not for me. My videos are very easy to keep up with because I publish one every 3 months. Let me see. Number one says, anyone get one of the new Rev pedals? I grabbed a red knob. I think it's the G4. I only spent a few minutes on it so far, but I really like it. I haven't, but you know me for pedals. Not really up on them. My live streams are just like the lambs without the lights, the witty banter, or the talent, says searching for something. Me too. I feel you, man. And Buglips says, I have 3 kinds of plaque. A plague, bubonic, pneumatic, and supersonic electric. All right, Buglips. That's... wow. it's quite a lot. You should only have one type at any one time. Let me see. Glenn Bailey says, searching for tone. Don't forget the lamb's lasers. Yes, the lasers are quite an impressive feat, I have to say. Lamb says, I still got my eyesight too. That is even more impressive, sir. That is that's the way it is. And number one says, I have 4 fenders that are all in burgundy mist. I love it, but I know it wouldn't be everyone's cup of tea. Yeah, it's burgundy mist is not a bad color. Not a bad finish. Todd Moore says, show us the guitar, Dave. He shouted it. I'll show you, but you're gonna have to hold on to your hats, my friends. So you guys know I love the SG. It's my favorite guitar because it's the best guitar. But the next best guitar is the Flying V, right? 1959, 58 Flying V. Very cool. So I thought to myself, what would Billy Gibbons do? And 3-chord Dave. This is 3-chord Dave number 1, actually. Last week's was 3-chord Dave number 2. So we have a double cut thingy with a Maestro. It's got dual humbucking pickups for your humbucking tones. It's got the trapezoid inlays. It's also got this standard thing on the back. You know, it's keep moving it the wrong way. The color goes all the way up to the back, and you can see it's got a Flying V, like a 58, 59 Flying V inspired headstock, with the 3-chord Dave thing. You got the trefoil here, the 3-chord Dave trefoil, that's what I'm calling it, and it says 3-chord Dave on the Bell truss rod cover. It's pretty sweet. It needs a neck adjustment, so I won't play it. Yeah, it's pretty. It badly needs some work, just to set it up. And it's got one of these things which works pretty well, actually. See, watch. Oh, you can't see. There we go. It works perfectly, but I don't like it. And if you can see this, you can see my setup on a Thomann box. Yeah, it does say the G word on that, which is disappointing. So that's the guitar, and it's one of 2 custom designs that I completely made up by myself. I'm working on the video. I'll tell you all about it. It's basically a guitar factory that is over promising some stuff, and we'll talk about that in the video. There's a lot of YouTube buzz about these guitars, and I think it's worthwhile giving them a downright dirty honest review. So that's what I'm doing. They're better than I thought they were, so I will tell you that. Um, yeah. So anyway, that's the guitar. It's not exactly the color I wanted. There is, hang on, I know I have a picture of the guitar that I wanted them to replicate somewhere. Oh, I deleted all my pictures the other day. Damn it. So anyways, it's something I'll show you, and I'll go into depth on what I wanted exactly, why I was a little bit disappointed with it, but why it actually turned me around when it came in the door, and why I think also. So one of the great comments that I saw when I was purchasing these guitars or ordering these guitars was these guitars are custom shop level guitars, and they absolutely are freaking not. That's just people trying to justify their own morals. Because you can order anything you want from these folks. They will make anything you want. You want a Flying V headstock on an SG? No problem. You want it to say Gibson? No problem. You want it to say 3-Chord Dave? No problem. You want it to say Muddy H2O? Fantastic. They'll do it for you. You can get a custom anything. I will go in. I will tell you all in the videos and everything about it, who it is and all that sort of stuff. But what I will say is, have your set your expectations. You're buying a cheap guitar, you're paying probably about 50% more than you would for the guitar if you were buying it off the shelf. We'll get into it more, but the cool thing is you can get more of a spec that Gibson won't make for you. Gibson won't do that on a made to measure. They won't put a Flying V headstock on it for you. They won't do the Aldo Nova style Les Paul with P90s, not P90s, mini humbuckers. So it's interesting. When I eventually get around to making the video, and I promise you, it's the next one I'm going to do. I'll show you all about it, and I'll even try and play it a little bit. So I'll get ripped apart in the comments, but that's fine. Anyways, let's dig back into the comments. You saw the guitar now. We got about 20 minutes to go, and I think I'm way behind, as usual. So we'll dig in. Two of the chats. Number one says, have to roll my right shoulder so far back when I play sitting that I get a knot in my back. I wish it weren't physically traumatic for me to play while sitting down. That's interesting. I mean, I'm sure that is not uncommon, but I've never come across it myself. I play mostly sitting down, so that's probably why I've never encountered it myself. Rob F says, red is good. I'm sure there are a few more years. I will have 3 or 4 cherry bursts. Oh, cherry bursts are kind of my thing right now, so I feel yeah. Benny Larson says 22:50 Irish time. Sweet. 20 minutes behind. It's not too bad. Glenn Bailey says, and don't forget the Lover of Black Guitars channel. It's Glenn's channel. He's over there being Glenn. So if you like Glenn, and we do, we all love him, go over and support his channel and give him a subscribe. And hit all the like buttons for him, please. Scott says, just now realizing that my coffee was on the roof of my car for 50 minutes. Scott. That's, I mean, maybe get a fresh one. I don't know. But, you know, I'm sorry for you, sir. Richard Clark says, when did the Facebook page get an overhaul? All my pics are gone. I don't know, honestly, when it was. It was last year sometime, I think. And what you call it? Yeah, your pics, nothing gets deleted off the page. So if they're gone, Facebook's either removed them or then maybe you're on a different page. But yeah, nothing has been deleted from the page. And somebody at one point did kick up a fuss and say that their posts are being deleted all the time. And I think they left the group, which is fine. Come and go as you please. But I will say if you leave the group, we're less likely to let you back in. So just be careful. But yeah, we never delete anything, and we don't refuse any posts or anything. Everyone can post, unless you're trying to post PORN or something, not the guitar kind, the other kind, with the boobs and all in it. We don't let you post that stuff because censorship. But everything else, we let you post, no problem. So at least I do. I don't see anything that's ever taken down. So yeah, if your pics are gone, man, it's not us. We didn't do it. Promise. Michael Bling says, gee, mom, it's a TED. It's TCD, all right? They couldn't fit 3-Chord Dave on it, other than on the truss rod cover. They also put the trefoil in the wrong position, but I'll go into that at another time. It's my fault. I thought they'd have sense, but they didn't. Rob F says, no kidding, number one, my back was in serious pain after barely an hour of practice sitting down. Wow. That sucks, man. Yeah, hopefully you'll feel better next time. Number one says, DMAC, cool. I've eyed the brand for a long time and haven't pulled the trigger. They changed the circuit on these new releases, but I can't imagine the difference would be huge. I do not know for sure. Scott Bogman says, it's a car when I don't like it. It's my Shed Zebo when I do like it. Shed Zebo, I like it. Um, Steve Cassidy Guitar says, there's a link to the t-shirts in the description, but it doesn't look weird to me. Good. Thank you, sir. Thanks for letting me know. That's awesome. Links in the description. That's great. And Glenn Bailey with the links to the t-shirts. Very cool, man. Thank you. But are you guys seeing the actual t-shirts, not just the links? You're seeing the actual pictures of the t-shirts. Yeah, actually, I can see it, can't I? Let me just I could just go to my own YouTube channel. That's a thing I can do. Yeah, I'm live. Let me turn the sound off before I do it, because that'll just mess us all up. Survey Monkey ad. All right. Don't want to see that. Go into full screen mode. Not full screen mode, but you know. Yeah, it's doing links. It's not doing the pictures. All right. Yeah. It's not what I wanted to show, but it's fine. And a Muller Light yogurt commercial. All right. Crazy Irish person on the screen. Cool. All right. Now I know what it's looking like. I got to try and fix that because it's, I mean, nobody buys the t-shirts, and that's fine. I just would like them to show up properly like they're supposed to. Maybe they do on mobile. I don't know. Anyway, Al says, having darts turn your pictures a whole lot better than having your picture on toilet paper. Hopefully that is the only thing. I hadn't thought of that, Al, but yes, hopefully it's just the darts. That's fine. I'm absolutely okay with it. Searching Matone, I see the hyperlink, but not in images like some channels do. Thank you, Searching Matone. There's a link in the links, but nothing else on the chat screen, if that's what you mean. Thank you, sir. I just buy with my little eye a t-shirt, linky dink. Thank you, Todd. Vincent says, learn the way Hendrix and John Frusciante play bar chords. It makes them easy to play. It will change your guitar playing life. Sweet. Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I don't really have a problem playing them nor the way I do, but if that's easier, I will definitely look into it. Richard Clark says, I'm on YouTube through Fire TV and I never get merch prompts. Well, that's probably for the best. Because some channels, probably even this one, it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass when you see them. Don't spill the wibbly wobbly beer bottle. This one? That's will be fine. It's empty, so it's all good. Benny says, number one, maybe classical position would work better for you. If you ask me, I would suggest trying out a flying V, yes, or something similar that might make playing sitting down more comfortable. That's a good point, because I do play the flying V and I kind of maybe maintain a similar enough position. A lot of the time, it probably helps with that. So there you go. Glenn Bailey says, also bring Rory's guitar home to Ireland. And there's the GoFundMe link. Yeah, I did make a video about that. My thoughts on this now are that's not going to happen. I could be wrong. I just don't think there's the support for it that we hoped there would be, and it's not me. It's not me trying to buy the guitar or raise money for it. But we do have, we do have the unlikely event that it's going to raise enough money, because it's going to be over $1 million. Joe Bonamassa said this week he's not going to buy the guitar because it deserves to stay in Ireland. I don't think every collector who has lots and lots of money is going to be thinking that way. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm just maybe down on that idea. I think it's going to go to some vault somewhere, sadly. Number one says, Benny Larson, the contradiction of sitting with a V being more comfortable, but it may well be. I haven't even touched my V in a couple of years. Man, I honestly think the V is just probably the most comfortable guitar to play sitting down. Once you get it in that right classical position, as Benny says, it's so comfy. It's just, yeah, it's great. You got to get used to it. It's a different way to play, but it is definitely very comfortable once you get used to it. And it definitely, like, I didn't know how to hold my flying V when I bought it because I'd never played one, not really, and never spent a long time with one. And I bought it online from Reverb, thinking, if I don't like it, I'll just get the money back on the sale, it'll be fine. And I loved it. And it was thanks to Muddy H2O told me how he sits with his, and it works brilliantly. You know, it's a really comfortable thing. It takes a little bit of getting used to, not gonna lie, but once you get there and you're comfortable, wow, it's a life changer. So maybe that's why. Rob F says, Glenn Bailey, on your suggestion, I subscribe to the Lambs channel. Good stuff. Subscribe to the channel, absolutely. Buglips says, I don't currently have a French or Italian girlfriend at the same time, no, but 20 something years ago, I may or may not have gotten in trouble for having a number of girlfriends at once. Well, sir, that is not cool. Uh, we have a member comment from Richard Clark, a member for 2 months. He's a One Chord Supreme member. Love it, Richard. Thank you so much. Says the picture there. I just wondered because channel reset. Awesome, Richard. Well, thank you so much for being a member. That's awesome. If you click the join button, you can join Richard and be a member of the channel, which is cool and sweet and awesome and makes me your best friend. Um, Let me see, why does it do this to me each week with the comments? I know, because I talk too much and don't read enough. So I'm always way behind. So I guess with 12 minutes to go, I should try and hurry up a little bit. Bookup says, my last girlfriend was a belly dancer. Since it's hard to beat that, I've basically taken it easy since. Um, I mean, okay. All right. Number one says, don't laugh. Brian Adams was one of the loudest shows I've ever seen. I was afraid for my heart health at that show. I was still a young man then. And Ryan Burns says Brian Adams is awesome. I do not dislike Brian Adams' music. His Unplugged album is a lot of fun. Um, Rabaf says, I married my last girlfriend. That was 27 years ago. And many more continued years of successful marriage, sir. Wished upon you all the best. Great stuff. Buglip says, I almost became the belly dancer's third husband. Wow. God, that woman was magnificent. Well, there's always one that got away, right? We all have one that got away. I do. I do. And she probably still watches the live streams just to make sure I don't talk about her. So I'm not going to, but she was fantastic too. Um, and I know she does because she will occasionally reach out and say something that she saw me say on the channel. She's like, all right, stop watching my channel. 20 years ago, I had the same brand of trouble, says number one. You guys are bad. You shouldn't be doing stuff like that. Not that I'm perfect myself. But anyways, let's have some beer and just pretend I didn't say that. Guitar time. I did guitar time, but I was way behind the chat. Glenn Bailey says, Scott Bogfoot, I have one in the can and I just need to edit it a little and send it out. Been practicing 2+ hours a day trying to learn some songs to play with my friend. He only lives 5 minutes away. Sounds like a plan. Larry Fox has bought my own beer since I was 17. That's when I grew a big beard. Even got served in the bars. You guys call them pubs. That's not bad, sir. That's not bad. I was a regular in a pub when I was 15. That's a true story. And I started working in one when I was 16. So yeah, got you beat, but it's fine. The bar in question was kind of questionable itself. And some of my friends who were a little bit older than that, a couple of years older than mine, our friend group ranged from like 15 to 17 or so. And some of them were already drinking in the bar and knew the head barman, Charlie, and Charlie would let us all drink because we were spending money. That's all he cared about. And it was a pretty fun times. And there was always live music every Friday, Saturday night. So that's where we would go and just listen to like dudes playing guitar with backing tracks. It was great. It was a great time. It was awesome most of the time. Kirschman says, Dave, what's that guitar sticking out there? Hopefully you saw it because I don't want to show it again because I don't have time to read all the comments. Anyways, let's see where we can go. Kirschman says, nice guitar, Dave. Dennis Ellis is here. Great to see you. Dennis says, sweet. I like it. It's pretty cool. The number one says, Booglips, oh well. Oh, hell yeah. Sometimes we're just the victims standing there minding your own business with no pants on. Zero play. I will not comment on that, but I know what you're talking about. Todd Moore says, Three Gore Dave, SGV. I don't know if SGV is the right name for it from my side. I need to come up with a better name for it, but I like where you're going. Scott Bugfoot says, strange way the back of the horns are shaped. Is it? Is it? There. It matches up pretty much with my SG special. So I'm pretty sure what they did is just get the CNC files for an Epiphone SG standard. And I think the color is maybe making it look a little bit in this lighting, look a little bit off. Anyways, Richard Clark says, "Oh, I thought it belongs to Ted." No, but yeah, I wish they had capital letters like they were supposed to. But there you go. You can't have everything sometimes. Rob F says, "Very nice SG shaped object." Michael Blaney says, "Cool." Searching with Tone says, "I love that color," and the color is something that disappointed me. And I'll tell you a little bit more in time. But yeah, it wasn't the color I asked for. So let me just tell you that. Number one says, I have the exact same guitar body and color and tailpiece on a vintage. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Todd Moore says, you do videos. I've been known to make videos, Todd. It's just not very often at the minute. You know, it's a lot of time has been going on and stuff. We have the Muddy H2O obligatory super chat. Thank you, sir. You're the kindest. Says a V with an open book headstock a la Albert King would have been way cooler. I mean, it's been done. You know, it's kind of whatever. Ryan Burns says that's pretty nice work, Dave. Thank you, Ryan. Michael Blaney says pale and blue, best of all colors. I agree. I agree. 8.06k subs ticking up, says Scott Bogfoot. Yeah, pretty convinced we're not going to hit the 10,000 subscriber goal for the year now. But if I get to 8,500, I'd be ecstatic. It's pretty hard when you don't make videos on a regular basis, so you know I can't really complain. But I'm happy with what we got. We're just hanging out. We're just dudes hanging out and ladies hanging out, talking about guitars and ex-girlfriends. And I mean, I haven't been talking about ex-girlfriends. I'll just clarify that point, just in case I get in trouble again. Ben Arson is Larry Fox. I got served in bars since I was 14, as long as you could make it past the bouncers. Grew the only thing I could, a mustache. But hey, if you've already managed to sneak out of that. Yeah. Ryan says, same, Benny. I had a mustache at 14 and would get served. I'm now 40. And if I shave, I get ID'd. There you go. The yeah, there was someone in our group who was a little bit younger. I was like 13. He used to come in with us in a group. This was, we were all teenagers like at the time. So yeah, I don't know how we managed it. They didn't care. Most nights they didn't care. Then some nights they wouldn't let any of us in to certain bars and clubs and stuff. But probably because we did something the week before. Who knows? There you go. Anyways, all good times. Buglip says, I'm not sure I should be allowed to make a custom guitar. You should, sir. Everyone should be allowed to make custom guitars. They're fun. I went with some pretty funky but basic ideas. I don't know what else I would do if I went with something else. Maybe I would follow Muddy's Albert King idea. Let's see. Ryan says, I went to school with Polish kids and they all had IDs with no picture, birthday written in pen. Nice. It's good. Yeah. The fake IDs with no picture are the easiest. Al says, supper's ready, stay safe and play some guitar. Signing off. Great to see you, Al. Thanks for joining us and be well, sir. Thank you so much for being here. Number one says, I think my sitting while playing issue is related to my stupid body being short. It's a short man's curse. Something Dave is likely outgrown at 6+ foot. Yeah, well, I'm just around the 6 foot mark. So, yeah, maybe so. I don't know. But hopefully it'll work itself out for you. I don't know. I'm just lazy and like to sit down all the time. So I'll be very busy, very active this week, and my Apple Watch thinks I sold it to someone else. It's like, what are you doing? I literally got a notification today said, your trends have changed. You're a lot more active lately. Shut up, Apple Watch. Normally it's like you can still hit your goal today if you just get up and walk around for a half an hour. Like, I'm not doing that. Anyways, Ryan Burns says, Robbie is still laugh about it. I'm starting to get some gray, so that'll change soon. I don't know, man. I don't know. Robert says, sorry guys, have the bold family commitments. Have a great week. Thank you so much for joining us, Robert. Always love seeing you in the comment section there on your Sunday morning. It's pretty cool that you join us all the way down there in Australia. One of my favorite places I've been to. I loved it. Maybe because I was on that epic road trip with my pals and we were drinking all the time. But it was still a nice place. And I didn't get bitten by any snakes or spiders. So that was good. Because some of the places we stayed in, I could have. So, Buglip says, I promise to never post my boobs. Buglips, thank you so much for that. That is so kind of you. I really appreciate it, man. Number one says, I posted some guitar stand life hack PORN and nobody even noticed. I noticed, sir. I noticed. I called it out. Your tag system is pretty impressive. I'm not that organized. There you go. Dad Moore says, no boobs. For flip's sake. Yeah, sorry. I had to say flip because Glenn gave me another yellow card. And then Glenn says boobs twice. So, you know. Ryan says, Eric, I'm 6'1" and I find it awkward to play and sit in my chair. My knees are always high up. There you go. See, everyone has a different situation going on. Ryan says, I'm just old. Funny how I listened to someone on YouTube, can't remember who, began to play, learned standing 3+ years later. That's all that's comfortable to me. That's what it is. It's because you've been doing it for so long, you know. Money says, if you post something in a Facebook group and it gets removed, it is most likely Facebook flagging it and putting it in a queue for us to approve. Sometimes I don't get the notifications for that. I never get notifications for it, so yeah, that's true. But mostly it's Money, not me. Steve Cassidy there says, I can't see pics of the t-shirts, but I'm watching on my Sega Game Gear. Sir, if you're watching on a Sega Game Gear, you are my new hero. I mean, you already are my hero, but you know, those are the days, man. Money says, I assure you, I do not remove posts. So if your post disappears and you notice I haven't approved it, just shoot me a quick message on Facebook. Yep. And then he'll message me and be like, look what this guy said. I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. All right, let's see. We got 2 minutes. I think I've gotten mostly everybody's comments. So let's see if we missed anyone. Victor 80 says, how many hours to be a pro like John Mayer? 40 years. I don't know. I think some people just have a more natural affinity with it, and it's a case of you can put in as many hours as you like. Those dudes are going to be awesome from like minute one. Someone like John Mayer, it's 10,000 minimum, right? 10,000 hours, like every day. If you can do, the more hours you can do on a daily basis, the better for that sort of thing. So, yeah, very difficult to know, but hopefully just make yourself happy. Just enjoy yourself. That's all that really matters. That's what I tell myself when I play. I hear Eddie Jordan was interested in Rory's guitar. Eddie Jordan, he could keep it in Ireland. Hang on, does he live in Ireland anymore? Does he live in Monaco or one of those flipping places? The Edge, what if he bought it? Yeah, that's. I think a lot of people will hope someone like that will buy it. I don't know. I'm very pessimistic about it. I think some rich jerk is going to buy it and leave it in a vault somewhere. Anyways, those horns do look very much like an authentic Gibson Epiphone, says Richard. Yeah, as I said, it matches up with my SG special, so very well, actually. The body's almost identical. Ryan says, I would love a BB King Rumble in the Jungle 355. Yeah, I mean, they're pricey. They're pricey. The DG355 was a flash in the pan, wasn't it? Time for the gold one, I think. It may be Scott, but, you know, Dave is in a little bit of trouble, and who knows when they want to do that. But yeah, maybe when all that talk about Dave dies down. And I don't think he's dealing with any music business stuff at the minute, because apparently he's gone underground. Like Foo Fighters are apparently on an an indefinite hiatus or something like that. So we don't know. We'll see what happens. Glenn Bailey says Harley Benton has a DG looking 335 coming out. Just has lightning bolt F holes instead of the Trini Lopez. Yeah, I mean, it's their HB 35, which is still a cool guitar. There's a couple of differences from a 335, and then of course the lightning bolts. I think that'll sell very, very well for them. I think it's a nicely done homage in a way. So we'll see what they actually do when they're coming out. They're coming out soon, I think. But yeah, anyways, we're all good. I think that's the bottom of the chat. Number one does say not the tag life hack. Dave did give me props for that when I was kidding around about my glove finger covers that I was for stand holders to protect lacquer. It's okay. I'm okay. All right, sir. I will check it out. I'll make sure to give you a shout out for next week. Ryan Burns says Eddie Jordan still has his main house in Dublin. Oh, does he? That's interesting. That's cool. I didn't really know. I used to love his F1 team back in the day. Well, those were the days. A generous and an awesome super chat from the lovely number one. So just had enough fun tonight to pay for it. Thank you, number one. That's very kind of you, sir. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, for making it all possible. I promise there is videos coming at some point again in the future. By the end of the year, at least for two more videos, maybe. Who knows? But I will eventually get around to making one with the two guitars, the custom. I want to talk about it because I don't want other people to go into it and not know what they're getting into. So, because there's a lot of people, there's channels basically talking about these guitars all the time. And they're good. They're better than I thought, but they're also flawed. So we'll talk about those in a future video, hopefully soon. As soon as I get time. I'm very, very busy right now. But in the meantime, my pals here, The Lamb, Searching for Tone, Steve Cassidy guitar, other guys like Budget Guitar Show, The Guitaristas, who else am I missing? John Robson guitar, all those guys are putting out great videos. So make sure you're supporting them and their content. Scott Bogfoot, of course, and Glenn Bailey as well. Go and watch their videos. They put out really cool weekly content, and I'm usually watching it when I get a chance. So you know what that means. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Chord Dave, and I'll be back with another guitar-related video very soon, maybe. But until then, take care.